If I could get everyone to get settled here, we'll try to get started on time. Thank you very much. Ms. Whitby, if you'll call the roll.
Yes, sir. Ross?
Here.
White?
Here.
Taylor is absent. Robinson?
Here.
Baxter?
Here.
Vouch?
Here.
Hyde is absent. Witcher?
Present.
A quorum is present, sir.
You're praying and pledging while we're sitting here. I invite you to stand as Alderman Robinson leads us in a prayer and pledge.
Let's bow our heads. Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for another opportunity to take care of business on behalf of the residents of the city of North Little Rock. I ask that you bless each ward, every citizen, in the name of Jesus. And Lord, we just thank you and we praise you, and we ask that you be with us in this meeting and that you would lead, guide, and direct us even in our decision-making tonight. These and other blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So moved.
Second.
On the motion.
Motion to approve the minutes and the special call for the previous meeting. Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson? Yes. Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Witcher?
Thank you very much. My microphone's falling apart.
We ordered some.
Thank you very much.
Over there next.
Okay, bear with me, y'all, while I gather my thoughts here. We've got three presentations that I want to make. Our first one I'll make is it's certainly my pleasure to make them this every year. We've done this numerous times, and I've got to know Bill Barling over the years, and he's certainly a special man that has a special organization, and this month is Adoption Awareness Month. And we've got, and I've read this proclamation, but basically what it says is that it's 50,000 children that are adopted annually, and of course families are special here in North Little Rock. Has adopted 435 children in its 23 years of service. So Bill loves what he does. He spends a tremendous amount of time and effort trying to find children a special place. So I have made today and the month of November 2016 as Adoption Awareness Month, and call upon the citizens of our community to observe this month with programs and activities to honor adopted families and to participate in efforts to find many more permanent homes for all those children now waiting. And I have signed this along with Diane Whitby, our city clerk and treasurer. And Bill, I'm going to walk down and bring this to you and gladly shake your hand.
Hold on. He's not here yet. You're at the podium now.
You're a special kind of guy, and we do appreciate all your efforts, no doubt. And I'm going to present that to you, and I'm going to give you a minute to say a few words and promote what you do.
Thank you.
You bet. Go right ahead.
Mayor Smith, city council members, and residents of North Little Rock, one of the greatest cities in Arkansas. I need to make a correction about a number that was in the proclamation. We have placed 756 children in the 23 years that we've been in existence.
Wow.
And that's a small number. And what we need from you as citizens of this great city of North Little Rock is for you to encourage more people to adopt. We have 250,000 children in foster care in America that are available for adoption. only 50,000 will be, 1 out of 5 will be adopted in this annual year or fiscal year, whichever way you look at it, it doesn't matter. Far too few. Every child that's adopted is important because the family is investing into the future. We need a strong city, a strong community, a strong nation, and we can only have that if we take care of our children. So please take advantage of the month of November this year to talk to other people about adoption, to recognize those that you know that have adopted, and encourage people to invest in children. Our country needs us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much for what you do. I'm going to stay right here because I've got a special presentation that I'd like to ask Alderman White and Ross to come down and join me, because this is a young man that lives in their ward, and I would like for them to be with me as I present this to them. You know, Eagle Scouts, to become an Eagle Scout takes a tremendous amount of dedication for a young man to put forward. And this young man, whose family moved here when he was a small child, has taken the bull by the horns and has become an Eagle Scout. So we wanted to make a special day. This I found interesting, that his Eagle Scout project consisted of building and installing 10 bat boxes for the Toltec Mounds Archaeological State Park in Scott. That was completed on August 15th of this year and required 110 man-hours of labor. These were built and installed to help with the insect control, which they have a big issue with, as you can imagine, down in Scott. And his official ceremony is going to be at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in North Little Rock at 7 on November the 2nd. But we get to honor him prior to that tonight. And so if I could, I'd ask Melka Kanshi to come up and let me read this to you. Melky, congratulations so much. Great job. This says, "Greetings, be it known to all that I, Joe A. Smith, Mayor of North Little Rock, do hereby proclaim the second day of November 2016 as Melka Kanshi Day in honor of becoming an Eagle Scout, and it's signed by Joe A. Smith, Mayor, and Diane Whitby, City Clerk and Treasurer." So congratulations. Let's get a picture with the young ladies here. Come on.
Photobomb it? No, I can photobomb it.
Thank you so much. Okay, one more quick, and I'm going to give up the microphone. Peggy, come up here with me. Peggy Hogg is the president of the Levy Merchants Association and has turned a little organization into a booming, exciting Levy Merchants group. So you're doing a wonderful job. She is so excited, and so are the members of her organization, that Levy Days died, how many years ago, Murray? 20? Do you know?
13.
13 years ago. Well, it's dead no more, so I'm going to stand aside and let Peggy tell us about Levy Day.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I'm Peggy Hogg, and I'm the president of the Levy Business Association, and we are excited that we are bringing back Levy Day. It's this Saturday, October 29th, from 4:30 to 7 at the Kroger Shopping Center on Camp Robinson Road. We're sponsored by Centennial Bank, and I would like to say a thank you to the people that we're sponsored with. The City of North Little Rock, the Chamber of Commerce in North Little Rock, the Visitors Bureau, and of course, Levy Business Association. Dan and Margaret have been great help to us in getting this organized. But we're really, really excited over it. This is a big deal. It's a big deal for Levy, and a lot of energy's gone into it. We're mixing some of the old, which is the political, with a lot of new things that are going on. Levy's changed a lot. So in doing that, we are having a mariachi band, and they performed live on Channel 7 today in an interview that we did. We're also having Hispanic dancers from St. Anne's. We will have Terry Hartwick as our MC, and Tommy Norman, police officer. Of course, everyone knows Tommy. He will be dancing with the children and doing opening ceremonies. But the big part, we're out there to cheer on our favorite candidates, and in doing that, to keep folks there, we're giving away good prizes. We'll be giving away $50 cash or $50 gift certificates every 30 minutes, but you have to be present to win. And you'll also be able to draw for $500 cash, but it's after the candidates have spoken. So we will keep them there. But we have friendly games for the kids. We have inflatables that will be there. The kids will be dressed up in Halloween costumes. The candidates will be giving out candy as well as, a few other businesses. Food trucks, beer garden. For the Hispanics, we will do a recognition of Day of the Dead, which is, something that we don't know a lot about, but we're learning. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We ask that you come out and support Levy, support your candidate, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy.
If I may, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
Ms. Hogg, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry.
From the first day I was sworn in, I have been fighting all the money going into Argenta downtown, and every time I was told, well, you guys get something going in Levy and get them to be active in this, and then we have a force behind us to go and ask for money in the budget. I just want to thank you and all the other business leaders and the people who've been helping you out, that y'all have stepped up and made the first move. And whoever my replacement is, and Alderman Baxter, I'm tasking with moving those funds necessary to continue to improve Levy and the Bellwood area while we're at it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to say that we have over 20 members, and we did stand back and say, we waited for someone else to do something, but there is strength in numbers, and we are doing things in Levy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did I lose a bet, Peggy? Didn't I say that I'd buy y'all's lunch if you got over 12 or, yeah.
Over 16, but that's been a while ago.
Yeah. So I still owe you? All right, Margaret, we got to pay up. All right. I've failed to introduce, we have a candidate in the room, and Carlton Wing, who's running for state representative. So I want to recognize you, Carlton. We're glad that you're here tonight. Do I have any other candidates out there? I don't see any, but thank you for being here. Okay, communications. I'm showing just one, and I would like it pulled and read in its entirety, if that's okay.
Move we accept and file.
Second.
On a motion? Or go ahead and read it.
Reading.
Yeah, let's read it.
Okay. This is a letter to Mayor Smith. It's regarding North Little Rock police officers. Dear Mayor Smith, I've been practicing law for 35-plus years and am currently defending a lawsuit that was brought against the Verizon Arena by an injured pedestrian. Because they were working the event at the time of the incident, the following North Little Rock police officers were recently deposed regarding this lawsuit: Kimberly Francisco, Justin Cross, Cordell Davis, Randy Flippin, Chauncey Sims, Eric Stockman, Vincent Thornton. I want to take a minute and express how impressed I was with these officers. They were all, each and every one of them, extremely professional, from their attire to their ability to communicate to their overall presence. They were articulate, knowledgeable, forthcoming, compassionate, and honest. Their dedication to the job and concern for citizens who attend arena events was apparent and overriding. They were, to say the least, a credit to North Little Rock and its police department, and I was extremely proud to be associated with them. I have no idea what you or the chief are doing to attract and retain such impressive officers, but whatever it is working. And thank you for allowing me the opportunity to express my thoughts about and my appreciation for these officers. Sincerely, Phil Campbell.
Thank you. On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
You know, we know that we've got a pretty special police department and recognized throughout the state and the region and maybe even the United States. And you're going to see a little bit more of that in the piece of legislation tonight. But Chief, just shows good leadership on your part on everything that we do and all the kudos that our police officers get. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership. Thank you. Okay, we need to public comments in regard to the legislation. The first one I have signed up is Ed Adcock regarding R16-168. Mr. Adcock.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, I'm Ed Adcock, and I represent the Bora family. And I'm here tonight to basically get down on my knees and ask for a favor. The ownership of this property is kind of weird. The man who is listed as the owner is disabled now and has a guardian. His guardian is Dr. Robin Bora, who is here to my right. In the last 3 years since Robin Bora has taken over the company, he has worked really hard to bring all properties into compliance. And because of some lack of communication between me and between Mr. Bora, the original Mr. Bora, and Robin Bora, this house that is up for condemnation tonight has not been fixed. We are asking the board to give us a little additional time. I guarantee you we will submit a rehabilitation plan. We will get with the folks over in the codes department and meet with them and get their approval on a course of action, and we will get this house fixed up. It's an old house, but it's better than a vacant lot. And we believe we can get it into shape and take care of it, and everybody benefits. And I'm asking for your consideration.
How much time are you talking about?
Well, we would need at least 30 days to get a plan submitted and get agreement with the codes folks. I think we can have it rehabbed in maybe 120 days after that, if the council would be amenable.
Don't they have 30 days anyway, Jason, to,
If you adopt the resolution tonight to condemn the property, they get 30 days to either appeal or that ruling is final. So we'd either have to work out the agreement within those 30 days or, and get the agreement back to city council and have it approved, or it would be finalized. So it's, of course, there's always an opportunity to bring it back. After that, it's all subject to the will of the council. If they think that that's a better approach to remediate the problem is, through a rehab agreement. And of course, we've got those agreements and, our stock agreement at least, and we can provide that to opposing counsel.
okay. Mr. Fouch?
Mr. Carter, what is the standard amount that we request they hold to make sure that this is, maintains compliance.
All right, so one of the things that we always do by entering into a rehab agreement, I mean, there's normally something to entice the city to do that, and we want to protect ourselves, to know that the problem is going to be resolved at the end of the rehabilitation period. And by doing that, we require a cash bond and the amount of the cost, the estimated cost to remove the structure. So we hold that as kind of our insurance policy, that the work is going to be done as was promised. If it's not done as was promised, that amount would be liquidated to offset the cost of raising the structure. If it's, of course, if it's completed in accordance with the agreement, which normally occurs in most of our rehab agreements, and probably because we require that financial commitment, it helps make sure that the project gets done, and then those funds are returned to the owner.
And 120 days is the norm, or?
Actually, traditionally, our agreement affords 180 days until a certificate of occupancy, so full completion is done. But that's 180 days, all in, all done. That's supposed to account for weather delays and everything.
Perfect.
It's 180 days gets done.
Thank you.
Do you understand that?
I
Counselor?
do understand, but it was on the agenda tonight. I've worked with codes people here for a long time, and they will tell you that I helped them to get a lot of houses into compliance when the elder, Mr. Bora, was running the property, or running the company. I think we can get this done in 180 days, and I'll certainly, the one thing I will guarantee you is that I will try my absolute best. And generally, we're successful in doing that.
Ms. White?
Just a comment for myself personally. We've seen other houses that have been condemned and they've entered into a rehab agreement. And I know of one personally right next door to me that was rehabbed in the time that it was supposed to be done. So I know it can be done, and so I would encourage you, even if this council votes to condemn the house, that it can be brought back.
I think that it's going to be my intention, Counselor, to call that legislation, and I'd like to have that energy that is created by the bond that you're going to be required to put up. And Doctor, I hope you understand, you know, what you're gambling on. If you come in with it's a $5,000 bond, it'd be forfeited if you don't follow through on rehabbing the building. And I think with the 30 days, as many homes and as professional as you are, Mr. Adcock, that you should be able to reach an agreement with our lawyers to do this rehab. So that'd be my intention if the vote is favorable.
Okay. So my understanding is that when the motion comes up tonight, you guys go ahead and condemn the house, but I need to, within 30 days, reach an agreement with the city, and I'm assuming with the codes folks, and we would then have roughly 180 days to rehab.
That's correct.
I appreciate your consideration very much. As always, I always know that it's a good deal to ask folks for help.
Yeah. Doctor, I have been told that you are doing your best to clear up the mess that you've inherited, and we certainly do appreciate that, and we'll continue to try to work with you.
Thank you.
You bet. Next is Sam Hilburn, 01671.
Mayor, members of the City Council, this is a rezoning on Highway 70. If you haven't been out there, it's for a salvage yard, and on either side of it is an auto salvage yard. What they're talking about the property to be rezoned is just west of the existing salvage yard. That has been out there for several years. They envision adding at least an additional 15 employees. And of the employees they have now, about 2/3 of them are North Little Rock residents. Some are from Sherwood, a couple from Cabot, but most of them are from North Little Rock. As I say, The truck drivers start anywhere from $14 to $15 an hour. It's expanding an existing business. And if you haven't been out there, you know across the street is kind of swampy looking. It's almost like a swamp. And in the back, there's a railroad in the back with a berm. So we'll be asking the city council to rezone that property this evening.
Okay, thank you.
Be glad to answer any questions if they have any.
Okay,
There's one thing, Mayor, that they've mentioned about there is a noise ordinance. This isn't a quiet business, and for the council to know, in 2016, they have not worked at night, period. They did do sometimes it's kind of like a farmer trying to get his crops in. You may have to work at night. They don't want to work at night. It costs them more money, but the price of scrap can drop dramatically in a day. So, or if they have a great influx, they've got to get it out of that yard because that's why they need more room now.
well, I assure you that to protect those neighbors, that we're going to watch that noise level, and if it bumps over where it shouldn't be, we're going to be on them, so,
We don't have any problem with that.
thank you. Okay, let's go into new business.
Yes, sir. R-16-165, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
Resolution expressing appreciation to Jerry Jones for his donation of Dallas Cowboy game tickets and travel for uniformed officers of the North Little Rock Police Department.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Questions, comments? I'll make one comment. You know, as I was speaking earlier about how well our police department does, and we've got a reputation, and it's a really, really good reputation. And the last time that Jerry Jones was in town, I spent a little bit of time with him, and he couldn't say enough nice things about his old hometown. And this is certainly evidence that he loves his hometown, and he understands how valuable our police department is. And with the help of Michael Gibbons, who's the president of our FOP, he's put this package together to say thank you to all of our officers and their wives, which I think is just unbelievably wonderful. And in order to make it street legal that they could receive these gifts, we had to do this legislation tonight. So that's where we are. Michael, thank you for your leadership of FOP and all the great work that you guys do. On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R-16-166, Alderman Baxter and Vouch.
Please call it.
Resolution accepting the bid of and authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a contract with Harris Construction Management for 39th Street from Pike Avenue to Burks Avenue Street and drainage improvements project in the amount of $261,672, appropriating from 40th year 2014, 41st year 2015, and 42nd year 2016 CDBG program funds in the amount of $194,672 and $67,000 from Ward 3 drainage funds.
I move for adoption.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R-16-167, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
Resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 926 North G Street in the city of North Little Rock to constitute a public nuisance and condemning such structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance.
So moved.
Second.
Quick public hearing on R-16-167. Anyone here to speak on 926 North G Street? Seeing none, close the public hearing on the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R-16-168, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
A resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 1600 West 18th Street in the city of North Little Rock to constitute a public nuisance and condemning such structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance.
So moved. Second.
Call the public hearing, and you don't need to come back up, Counselor. Anyone here to speak on 1600 West 18th other than Mr. Adcock and Dr. Bora?
Just a quick question, Mayor.
All
One
right.
of the photos up there says 16th. Is that a typo? Or error? It should be 18th. I think it was the very first First photo? Or did my eyes deceive me? I am over 50.
Well, Tom's here. Tom, just make sure that address is right, 1600 West 18th Street. Is that right? Yes. Thank you very much. All right, close the public hearing on the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R16-169, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
A resolution approving and certifying amounts of liens to be filed with Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real properties in the city of North Little Rock as a result of grass cutting expenses and abatement of other nuisances.
Move for adoption.
Second.
And call the public hearing. Anyone here to speak on grass cutting expenses and abatement of other nuisances that's being filed tonight? Seeing none, close the public hearing on the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Ordinances 01668, Mayor Smith.
Please call it.
An ordinance waiving formal bidding requirements to purchase currently installed metering equipment, authorizing the execution of a bill of sale. First reading.
Move to suspend all readings.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes. Move for adoption.
Second.
All right, everybody understand what we're doing? Okay, on the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
01669, Alderman Vouch and Baxter.
Please call it.
An ordinance granting a conditional use to allow a car sales lot in a C4 zone for property located at 7323 Cock of the Walk Lane in the city of North Little Rock. First reading.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Move for adoption.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
01670, Alderman Robinson and Taylor.
Mayor, we're going to hold that.
Yes. We're gonna hold it?
01671, Alderman Robinson and Taylor.
Please call it.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 7005 and 7021 Highway 70 East in the city of North Little Rock from C3 to I3 classification by amending ordinance number 7697 of the city of North Little Rock, adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property. First reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place on the second reading.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 7005 and 7021 Highway 70 East in the city of North Little Rock from C3 to I3 classification by amending ordinance number 7697 of the city of North Little Rock, adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place on the third reading.
Second.
Comments.
Okay, Ms. Robinson.
The people in Meadow Park are happy about an expansion of any business and the and the ability to employ additional employees. And their concern, though, is that, and sometime late at night, in which the owner or applicant has said it was in 2015, they would be sleep and they'll hear the noise at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. And one of the things that they asked this council to do to protect them, because many of them have lived in that neighborhood for 40 years, and they say they aren't planning on going anywhere, but if we could put a time frame or help them out when this company is operating at 2 o'clock in the morning because they got a shipment that got to get out. So the community is not against this legislation. They just want to make sure that at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, they can sleep and not be awakened from the noise from this plant.
I will assure you, and I know a lot of these people that live out there, and they're wonderful people, if this company is making racket at 2 o'clock in the morning, I want to know the first thing the next morning, and we'll go out there and stop it.
Thank you.
Okay, where are we, Ms. Whitby?
It's been read twice. There's a motion and a second to suspend the reading.
On the motion.
Ross?
She got a question.
I'm sorry, Ms. Ross, go ahead.
I guess I was just and I know that Sean Spencer here is here on the noise ordinance. Is the industrial, because this is I-3, which is pretty heavy industrial. Is it the same as for throughout the whole city, Mr. Spencer?
From the way that I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong, council, there are two different levels. There's a daytime commercial level and there's a nighttime commercial level on the noise meter, if you will.
I'd have to go back and pull out the ordinance. I've slept since then. I just got
Am I right, Sammy? We read that today.
Yes, Your Honor, I have it.
Okay.
City attorney.
Yeah, I've read it today and.
And the commercial
and
zones is
that's
still
what it
70.
says.
It's
Yeah.
70, it's 80 decibels in daylight hours, and from, I think from 11 to 7 in the morning, it drops to 70. Let me make sure. It's 80 decibels
Got it
from
backwards.
7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
And
From 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. is 70 decibels.
Right, that's what I have.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know if. I'm not
we
sure
did that about 8 or 9 years ago,
Yep.
and we will enforce it, I assure you.
Okay.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 7005 and 7021 Highway 70 East in the city of North Little Rock from C3 to I3 classification by amending ordinance number 7697 of the city of North Little Rock, adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property, third and final reading.
Move to adopt.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
O-1672, Alderman Robinson.
Please call it.
An ordinance granting a special use for a daycare center in an R3 zone for property located at 2001 Parker Street in the city of North Little Rock. First reading.
About a motion to suspend readings.
Suspend all readings.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
About a motion.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
O-1673, Alderman Taylor.
He's not here. Were we supposed to pull this?
I think we're supposed to hold that.
We have something.
Actually,
to
Mr.
pull.
Harden sent an
Pull
email
it.
requesting it be pulled to
Pull.
be refiled.
On the
All right.
agenda.
I don't know that we have the authority to do
I
that.
think that's the will of the sponsor. So right now, I think I'd just, I wouldn't call it, I'd leave it on the agenda, but that's for Alderman Taylor's discretion.
Okay, we'll hold it then.
Yeah. He didn't mention anything to me about this, so.
Okay. Me either. I talked to him today, but that'll be fine. We'll hold it, and then if he wants to withdraw it next meeting, we can.
It concludes new business.
Okay, public comments. And I've never seen this name before. J period Ard. J period Ard. Ard. Go ahead, Mr. Ard. Talk away, 3 minutes.
First, I'd like to remind everyone to get out and vote. Vote for the person you think would do the best job, even if you don't like them. You need people in there to do a good job. In the 9th grade, when we had a mock election, 2 people voted Republican. So the teacher asked, would one of them like to share why they voted Republican? Murray knows who she was, and the rest of, some of the ones that graduated in 64, 65 may know her. But she stood up and she said, my father's in the Army, and he's always said, vote for the person that will do the best job and take care of the people. So this is one year we're going to have to do that. I have promised to vote for someone. I don't support them, but I made a promise, so I'm going to have to do it. They beat me out of some money, but that's beside the point. Now, Mayor, I've got some hopefully good news for the city, which I talked to you about. I talked to someone high up at Waste Management. After Wayne left, it went to Pod. And the gentleman I talked to has got out of the hospital, and he assures me that they will straighten up the problems we got in North Little Rock. He knows I've got his cell phone number. He's also given me numbers. When people call that number for complaints, it winds up going to a call center. Not everyone knows that. The call center didn't always get it back to Waste Management, but I just happen to have enough numbers that we can call direct to the people. And you know me well enough, Mayor, if they don't start cleaning their act up, I'll stand up and give these numbers out. But Waste Management needs to clean up their mess and get their act together, so I don't know if that's gonna help you or not. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Next time we have a problem, I'm calling you.
I don't care if we're
Ms. Robinson.
I guess my question is for the chief. Chief, have we gotten any complaints in the city of North Little Rock about clowns? No?
You want to address that, Mike? Come on up. It's starting
Some
to
of-
spread around a little bit.
Some
so-
of the parents in my neighborhood are concerned about clowns. They haven't seen any, but they've heard about clowns and stuff on television.
We have had a couple of instances where that has happened. We've seen people in clown outfits, but, I mean, it's not against the law. I wouldn't, if I was recommending a Halloween costume, a clown would be the last thing that I believe I would dress up at this year. So that would be my encouragement to parents, not to let your kids dress up like clowns.
Thank you.
Would you like that to go on our Facebook page, that the chief said that? And would you put it on your Facebook page? I mean, I'm serious. Yes, sir. Yeah, okay. Mr. Billings, I know you're listening, so make sure it gets on our Facebook page, that quote from Chief Davis. Ms. White.
I want to add something about Halloween. I went Halloweening with my grandsons last year for the first time. I was with masses of people and masses of cars, and if I did it again, we had some reflective gear on, but I want to say that the families that are driving down the residential streets, they dim their lights down to parking lights, so there's less light that might reflect on a child, and people need to make sure there's some reflectiveness on the children's costumes, and those people who are driving, you need to be really careful. It was really eye-opening for me to do that last year.
Good point. We might add that to our Facebook, too. Mr. Baxter.
Mayor, I was just going to say, it's a very busy weekend, a lot of activities going on in and around Central Arkansas. I know we've got the Dogtown Derby this weekend, we got Levy Day. I know there's a Cornbread Festival across the river. We've got our North Little Rock PD playing Razorback alumni at CAC Saturday night. It's just a great time to be a resident of North Little Rock. Plenty of stuff to do.
There's a downtown festival, too. I don't remember what it is, but...
Bellwood.
Oh, then there's Bellwood Merchants is having an event as well from 11 to 1. So
Wow.
there's plenty to do.
Ms. Ross.
In your own town.
And I'll add a couple of more to that. Tomorrow, from 2 to 6, the Friends of the Old Mill are having an open house at the Old Mill. They'll have tour guides, they're going to have hot dogs, and they have had a logo contest, and there is a winner, and the winner will be there, and they'll reveal the new logo for Friends of the Old Mill. And it's from 2 to 6 tomorrow. I think at 2:30, Mary, you're going to be there. So it's going to be a fun time. Stop by. Just got a few minutes. It's a nice day out. Saturday, this is the really fun thing, is Lakewood Middle School, their Dogtown Derby. This is the second year for the Dogtown Derby. Starts at 9:30 here on Main Street, from the Main Street Viaduct down to 8th Street to the police substation. So they'll have food trucks and the band's going to be playing. It's a great
Are you
time.
sure about that starting time? 9:30?
Yes.
Okay. It started earlier last year, didn't it?
Well, you need to be there a little bit earlier.
Okay. Dadgummit. Yeah. Okay, anybody else? Ms. Whitby.
I just wanted to announce that on November the 12th, which is a Saturday, the North Little Rock Women's Club will be hosting their annual Fall Follies at the Hayes Center. The tickets are only $25, and they'll have Corky's Barbecue and beverages and entertainment and dancing, and also a country store where you can start shopping for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good silent auction, no doubt. We sent out an email, everybody through? We sent out an email to you guys trying to figure out when would be a good time to have our first and hopefully only budget meeting. And it was kind of split, but I think the most of you chose November the 9th, which is a Wednesday, Karen, 4 to 6. And you know my rule. We will adjourn if we're not finished before at 6 o'clock. And if we got to meet again, of course, we will. If you will go onto your computers, you can look at the budget in progress right now. But the official, and I believe we'll have paper copies for you next November the 3rd. So that'll give you a week to look at it before we have our first meeting. And if we need to have another meeting, we will. And I believe our goal is to vote on it at the first meeting in December. Okay? So we'll see you guys right here, November the 9th. So consider this an official announcement of that. Ms. Whitby, do we need to make that a special call? I don't think we do we?
We'll usually email out notice to everybody because it's going to be a meeting. It's nothing that will be voted on at that night, but it'll be an informational meeting, and we're going to make sure that notice gets out.
If you can remember to at least hit Charlie and Maurice tomorrow so they can put it on their calendars. Okay? All right, how about a motion?
Second.
On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Robinson? Yes. Baxter?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
And Witcher?